1,000 subscribers. Hey, what's up YouTube? My name is Mr. Kyle Cohen. Thank you so much for clicking on today's video and my YouTube channel. I'm feeling incredibly grateful and overwhelmed by the support, the positivity, the words of affirmation, the encouragement that I have seen over my first few videos here on this YouTube channel. The fact that 1,000 of you are deciding to subscribe to this YouTube channel and hitting that red button down below means so much to me, and I deeply, deeply appreciate it. In honor of 1,000 YouTube subscribers, I am bringing you all a Q&A. I asked over on my Instagram what questions you all have, and I am going to answer them today, so let's get into it. Josh asks, why did you decide to go into teaching? Funny story, Josh. I actually never really wanted to be a teacher. When I was growing up, I always wanted to be a doctor, specifically a pediatrician. I have so much respect and admiration for people who always have that story of, from the moment I picked up my pencil, I knew that I wanted to be a teacher, and I played school all the time with my siblings and the neighbors and the dogs, but that just wasn't me. I wanted to be a pediatrician because I really loved watching Grey's Anatomy, and I loved working with kids at camp, and I really wanted to make a lot of money, so those were the factors that were pushing me towards medicine. I got to my freshman chemistry course at The Ohio State University and quickly knew, as I was sitting across from 450 people who seemingly all felt more intelligent and into it than I did, that this was something that probably was not for me. I needed to quickly reconsider my goals and my aspirations of becoming a doctor and really think about what was bringing me joy and value during that time in college. I knew that staying up until 2 a.m. to achieve a C on an exam was really not doing it for me, and that I needed to find something that made me happy. I needed to find something that would be really fulfilling, and for me, that's where education came into play. I was really involved with so much leadership, service, and social justice work during my time at Ohio State, taking all of those passions and my passions for working with young people. Education just really was a great fit. Emma asks, how are you? Oh, Emma. Thank you for asking. I'm okay. I'm filming this video on July 4th. It is a really weird time to be celebrating America in July 4th, particularly this year. We are in the middle of a global health crisis. We are in the middle of a huge movement for Black Lives Matter, and it's just really challenging for me to wrap my head around how we can be spending today in celebration of our country. We all have so much work to be doing to be building a world that is inclusive, that is equitable for all of our students, and today I'm thinking critically about that and the role that I want to be playing to ensure that all of my students have the education that they deserve. Cannon asks, why are you so amazing? Hannah asks, what tips do you have for someone majoring in elementary education in college? Well, Hannah, I actually don't have a lot of tips for someone majoring in elementary education in college, only because I did not major in elementary education in college. In college, I majored in psychology and leadership studies, a very non-traditional path to becoming a teacher. I then went an alternate route through a program called Teach for America to obtain my teaching license and training and credentials. If you're interested in learning more about Teach for America, I actually filmed a video with my good friend Sam already here on my channel. I'll link it down below or up here or whatever YouTubers do. Teach for America is a one-of-a-kind, phenomenal program that really helped shape me and the work that I am doing. So if you're interested in learning more about that, send me a message right down below. Excited to explain more. With that being said, tips that I would give someone who is majoring in elementary education, first I would say really focus on relationships. I truly believe that relationships are at the core of this work. They are the foundation of an effective classroom. So focusing on how you can really establish strong relationships with students. I actually have a video coming out on Tuesday here on my channel. It's part 3 of 4 in my little series that I've been doing with some of my outstanding teacher friends, solely focused on relationships. So if you're interested in learning more about relationships and how to establish effective ones in your classroom, I'd recommend tuning into that video. Second, classroom management. Classroom management is so difficult for so many new teachers. So really focusing on classroom management when you have the support of a veteran teacher by your side, I really think would be an effective use of your time and a strategy that I would consider. And third, enjoy your time in college. It goes by so fast. For me, college was some of the greatest years of my life so far. Really enjoy those memories, enjoy those moments, live it up to its fullest. You will not regret it. Nancy asks, how did you hit 1,000 subscribers on YouTube so fast? Well, Nancy, I'm still really new to this entire YouTube thing. My first 2 videos were on classroom setup, and those are typically videos that people are really interested in. I know those are videos that I'm really interested in. My first video is doing incredibly well in terms of views, so I think that has a lot to do with my 1,000 subscribers here on YouTube. I also think just keeping it real with everyone and the content that I've put out so far is maybe working. I don't know. I'm new to this whole YouTube thing. Chloe asks, are you more excited or nervous for the upcoming school year? Excited. I just spent months doing at-home learning and not being with students, and I went into this work to be with students. I didn't go into education to work from home or to look at my computer all day. I went into education to actually be with students, to form amazing relationships with kids, to move the needle one step further for students in education in our country, and it's been a real challenge having to do that from home. With that being said, having the chance to go back to school is going to be different, and there's going to be a lot of shifts and adjustments that we're going to have to make. Staying 6 feet away, wearing masks, who knows if we're going to even have a whole classroom. There's still just so much unknown. So in that sense, yes, I am a little bit nervous with the uncertainty, but I'm just so excited to see students, regardless of what capacity that will be. Having the chance to form connections with students in person really gets me excited for the fall. Julie asks, what tips do you have for virtual learning? Julie, virtual learning threw all of us teachers for a curveball. It was completely unexpected. It was unprecedented. It came out of nowhere. But with that being said, I always give teachers advice of being flexible. Every minute of every day, so much is happening in our classrooms. We are making so many decisions constantly. It is super important to not get stressed out and overwhelmed when something deviates from your plan. We need to be flexible and go with the flow so that we can be building classrooms that are authentic for students. Just another tip I would say is be really empathetic to families. Something that I think was effective for me was constantly considering the fact that we need to be meeting families where they were at. My standards for at-home learning cannot be the same standards for in-person instruction. All students have different situations, all students have different circumstances, so making sure that I was meeting them where they were at. If students didn't have technology or Wi-Fi at home, again, meeting them where they were at, finding alternate ways to support them, making sure I was just over-communicating with families, that I was reaching out, checking in, making sure that I'm doing everything I can to support my students. That's what's important. The learning will come, the standards will come, the assessments will come, but relationships and the health and well-being of our students are again at the core of this work and something that was a huge priority for me, especially during at-home distance learning. If you enjoyed today's video, make sure that you subscribe down below. Leave a comment if there are any questions that I left out today that you might have. I'd be happy to answer them down in the comments. Like the video if you enjoyed. Again, I so appreciate you being here. Thank you to the 1,000 of you who have subscribed. It means so much to me, and I will see you in the next one.